Hello, my name is Sagar. This is a Lab23 Interfaces. In this lab, we have to see how to declare interface, what is the use of interface. If I write interface 1, this is the interface. And I am having one class C. And here I write interface. You can see here, if I write one field, so you can't do the public because interface is by default public. All the members in the interface by default public, so there is public not present here. So if I want to string file field, okay, and here if I want to write in a class, fields are possible, but in interface you can't declare field. But if I declare it as get set, then it is possible. Means you can declare the properties in interface. So second one is that if I want to write one method in an interface. So if I write public, not possible because by default it is public. Then if I write void print, okay, and I use if I want to make declaration console dot write line, you can see here. If I want to implement this method, it is not possible because why? Interface doesn't provide implementation. If I want to only declare the method, it is possible. Similar way, you can declare method and implement method as well. Okay, so in a class you can provide access modifier before the method name. If I remove this from class, it is private, but in interface it is by default public. Okay, so if I want to implement this interface in a class ABC, so how I do that? I one. Okay, it gives an error. If I use I one, if I remove this, and you can see the print is the method declaration and I need to write implementation. For this, if I make this public, then error is gone out because if you want to implement interface method in a class, you need to write public access modifier before that. And if I write here string file fields, here get set, and then I have to write here public string ds fields get set, and you can see the error is gone out because I am giving implementation of this field. Okay, so by using interface, you can achieve multiple inheritance. What is mean that if I write similar class, similar interface, and give I2 name, and here I am giving one, print one, and for time being I remove this. Okay, print one method, and if I want to implement that interface also, because if I write class, it is not possible. Why it gives error? Because I am not implementing this method. But if I write the error is gone out, means multiple inheritance is achieved by interfaces. So there will be a condition the both I1 and I2 contain the same method. Then how we gonna identify this? If I remove this one and if I do this, I remove this. Okay, the program will build successfully because class thought that the implementation of this print method is given here. So if I write abc a is equal to name abc and a dot, you can see print is available here. But how we identify this method belong to this interface or this interface? So we need to write explicitly. So I write it as I1 dot sorry I1 dot print. Here I write word. Okay, the error is gone up. But here it gives error because why? I am not implementing this interface method. So I need to write here I to. So the error is gone up. So here it gives method not found because why? This method belong to first interface. This method belong to second interface. But if I want to call this method, so I write here I1 method and here I write I2 method. Then how gonna I achieve this? By typecasting I1 a dot print. Similar way I am doing this for I2 and here for holding console I write console dot read. Okay, and if I run this program you can see I1 method and I2 method. This is explicit implementation. But if I want to call this method in another way, how I gonna achieve this? I1 I1 is equal to new. What is our class name? ABC. Here I1 is a reference. Okay, it holds ABC object. By using interface, you can point its derived class. So if I write I1 dot print, it is accessible here. And similar way, I am doing this for second one I2. Here I write I2 and I again run this program. The out okay something is okay it is making I2 reference. That's why it giving I1 method. So and the naming is 2. And if I run this program, you will see the output will be the same. So This is all about interfaces. Then what we learn in this lab, interface, is similar to the classes, but it does not have implementation of methods. In interface, you can declare delegates, events, fields, not a field. Again, I repeat, not field, properties. We can declare properties and method declaration. But the class which implement that interface, you have to provide implementation of that method, and also make sure that the method which you implement need to have public access modifier. So there is a question in your mind, why I can't write here the access modifier public, because if you write here public, it gives error. The modifier public is not valid for this setting, because if you provide explicit implementation, there is no need to write public access modifier before that method. It is by default public. So by using interface, you can achieve multiple inheritance in C Sharp. So that's all about interfaces. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. For more resources, visit my site www.sagarjaybhay.com. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep listening. Bye. Have a nice day.